Hey guys, JCV here. I would like to discuss with you on my experience with Super Crush KO. The story starts off with Karen chilling at home until suddenly an alien invasion appears and takes away her cat. Now we are tasked to save her cat as it's simple as it gets for the story that doesn't evolve too much further than that. Next, we get ourselves into the gameplay as it is a 2D beat-em-up shooter that we must go from one side to the other to reach the end goal. We get to learn the basics of attacking by either using our fist or shooting our foes at distance, along with being able to dodge any incoming attacks. Movement is also discussed, with the ability to double jump, as the controls are made easy and simple to follow through. Later on, we start to learn how to use the special attacks. They each have a meter requirement until it can be used, which is done by using normal attacks. This is where I start to realize this idea would be used in fighting games to further expand the depth towards its combat system. It's fun and engaging to use with the various scenarios while maintaining the meter to use it more frequently. Another thing we get to learn would be the Super Beam KO. It is our ultimate attack that destroys nearly everything on screen. It requires gems to build up the meter, which is done by defeating enemies and is best to be used in any tight spot. This may take a while to build up given how powerful it is, but at the same time, it's worth the wait on seeing the final result. With all this being said, we need to take into consideration the aliens we are facing off against. Each of them comes with their own different attacks and designs to make them stand out. Some of them will be present either in the air or ground that would make things easier to use the appropriate action on taking them out. They will be the main obstacle in our way for each of these levels, as all of them will need to be defeated before we can carry on. At times, there are some enemies that are larger than others that will be able to perform an attack that can't be interrupted. This will be shown with the lightning markers around them before doing it, and we can prepare beforehand to evade. They also have larger health, and I would go after them first as they usually are the ones that would cause the most problems. The level design is straightforward with the simple rooftop design that has different levels to position ourselves. However, what adds on to this later on is the different traps that we will need to be wary of and panels that will push us towards a certain direction. These are sometimes included separately or placed within the enemies to add an extra layer to the chaos in which we will need to use our abilities to overcome it. Once a level has been completed, we will be ranked on how well we have done. This is determined by having a good time, the number of continues, and the hits taken. There are no requirements to get to the next stage, and we can always replay these again at any time if we ever want to improve on these. At the end of these sections will be a boss fight that will test our strength against a giant robot. The damage will pack a punch as we would need to take our spacing into consideration. Armor becomes effective with them of not being able to be staggered, along with their large health bar for endurance. I found most of them to be a fair challenge of when I had an opportunity to attack, which got me through them on first tries, except for the very last boss due to requiring more precision of dodging from their attacks. Lastly, I completed this game in around 2 hours that can be done in one sitting, as I found it pretty rewarding of combining attacks together along with building my awareness on what's coming at me. In addition, replay value plays out well by going through previous levels from discovering more strategies on how to get a better result. Overall, Super Crush KO is a fantastic game that delivers a great combat system that fits greatly together the further we go. If any of you guys have any experiences with this game, feel free to share in the comments, and I hope you have a wonderful day.